Welcome and thank you for choosing free conference call. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference. Please announce yourself.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Hi.
So we have nothing. This is what they did. This is what they kept track of the charges.
So we haven't received any documentation. Okay.
I don't know what they're gonna be able to give you. Design phase. I don't know what that means. What does that include? Oh, yeah, I insisted on that. Yeah, that's fine. No, I insisted on everything. It's time? Okay. All right, welcome to the April 9th Pawling Joint Sewer Commission. If you could please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hopefully everyone had a chance to read the minutes. Does someone want to make a motion for the February and March?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, I will make a motion to approve the March 2026 Treasurer's Report as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I will make a motion to approve the March 2026 vouchers as presented in the amount of $82,341.40.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to release the escrow in the amount of $1,005.15 to Coleman Union Properties.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I will make a motion for final payment to Vanderwater and Vanderwater in the amount of $752.50 from the ASPCA escrow account.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, reference 24.26, customer 10309 is requesting a credit to their sewer bill due to no heat in the house and broken pipes.
Now, how long was the heat off?
I'm not sure, but this is the second time that this has happened with this customer,
Yeah.
for the same thing, for heat being off. So,
The last time was the hose bill that froze.
Fair amount of money there.
correct. The credit would be $881.19.
And we did give credit the last time it happened, right? I
We
think.
did both water and sewer the last time, which I'm sure we don't.
I mean, I unfortunately, you know, I know we've had some warmer winters, but as a homeowner, this is something that you need to make sure that you're on top of.
No, absolutely. It's been a brutal winter.
We did say we were only giving one credit.
Right. We
Or
usually
come in front of us, yeah.
correct, we
For the
won't
same
usually do another credit to the same customer,
Yeah.
so.
But this is a much different occurrence, right? This is not the same thing that happened last time.
Well, last time was a frozen hose bib. So same thing, if your pipes, if you don't have heat in your house, your hose bib is piping in your house, I'm assuming, you should be turning your water off in the winter so that your
Right.
hose bib isn't charged.
Right.
So I don't know,
I had a question, just being newer here. Do you guys have any policy on credits in general? Like how you give credits to people?
Well, we discuss it at the meetings, I mean, and try to be fair with the customer. And
and usually we give a credit if the water did not go into the sewer. So
Okay.
like, for instance, broken hose bib, that water went out on the person's yard and didn't go into the sewer.
Okay, yeah,
So they have to pay for the water because the water got used,
Yes.
but it didn't go into the sewer.
yes.
Our other policy is we don't usually give a second credit. If they've had a credit before, we try not to,
Okay.
but it has to be discussed. There might be
Yes,
some,
yes, yes. Mhm. Okay, thank you.
situation that,
Mhm.
yeah, it looks like there's really negligence on behalf of the homeowner and not paying attention to the condition of the house.
so does somebody want to make a motion and?
Doesn't look that way. No one wants to make a
Well, we have to make a decision tonight, so,
Well, I'm not inclined to really want to approve it at this point.
so is that going to be a motion then?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, I thought-
I think we should discuss it a little.
I know, but I'm not hearing from anybody else what their
Yeah,
thoughts are.
Where are we reading that there was no heat?
The third page.
Yeah, they put a bill in there for when they came out.
Yeah.
No heat. That was when he repaired it.
Yeah, I think.
Right, he came out to repair it because there was no heat and it
Well, it looks,
froze.
they ran out of oil, that's
There was
what it
no
looked
heat,
like.
they found frozen broken
Yeah.
pipes, they added shark bites and temp repair to see if they could get the heat on. Found more breakage going to the second floor, so it was off for a while. It was
But these
broken
people are
multiple
living in the
places.
house. They're saying
No.
no.
No, I
No,
guess
it's a
not.
vacant house.
Said they heard water while they were there.
To keep an eye on it. I mean, gosh goodness.
They measured the fuel, the oil tank and had to add oil, so they ran out of oil.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Is it a rental house? No, just the.
It's just another house they own and it is vacant, that's my understanding.
Well, if you say that you don't give credit for a second time, then it's clear that,
We normally don't, and that's why we're discussing it.
yeah, that's my own input, I'm just taking notes.
Listen, nobody's made a motion. I'll make a motion to, in terms of consistency, which I do think is important, to give them a final warning and waive the sewage portion. If the house is vacant, they gotta turn the water off. I can't imagine
Yeah.
why they have running water in a house that's empty. But I don't remember the details of the last time. I don't know. But in terms of consistency, or for consistency purposes, that's my motion. Nobody has to agree with me, that's fine.
Okay, but for consistency, we do give somebody credit to sewer if the water didn't go in, but what we've been doing is not giving someone a credit a second time.
I get that, but I
Okay.
mean,
So your consistency is to give credit to sewer, for
my
sewer.
consistency is to give credit if water does not
Go in the
enter
sewer.
the system.
I see, okay.
Is this the only time somebody's come, this is the only time somebody's come before us twice since I've been on board.
No, we've had other people.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we turned down, I don't remember the person.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right,
So the motion is to waive the sewer
Waive the
portion.
credit.
so the $881.19. Do we have a second for that motion? Or do we have another motion?
I do agree with Steve, it didn't go down, but I agree with us sticking to our guns about, one credit.
Okay.
We warn people.
I'm going to second Steve's motion, and the water portion will be discussed at the village board meeting, correct?
No.
No.
No,
The
they're just
person was
on this.
told they would not get a waiver on the water
I
because
agree
the
with
water
that now.
went. And we pay to process
Correct.
that water,
It's
and
treated
fluorinated,
water.
treated
Yeah, once
water,
it's
you
gone, it's
know,
gone.
so,
As part of the motion, I would just like to add that if we sent them a letter that that's it,
This is it.
Yeah.
for both their houses.
With that, can we say, turn your water off, or you will not get credit in the future? I don't care if every pipe bursts. If there's no heat in the house, you can't have water.
all right, so we have a second?
I second it.
You second that,
Okay.
okay. So, all in favor?
Aye.
I'm a nay.
I'm a
I
nay.
think I'm a nay as well.
I'm a nay.
I'm a nay. I was gonna abstain because I'm not.
I was going to abstain too.
Okay.
New, but.
Should we do a roll call, make it easy for Christine for her?
Sure. No, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I did do that. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the
So
motion,
somebody has to make
The
a motion
motion.
to disapprove it, right?
No, I think if the
Got it.
motion fails,
Got
it,
four
fails.
people. What did you say?
nay.
You said nay.
Nay, 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 nay.
okay, so the motion doesn't pass.
Okay, so
Doesn't
then-
matter.
so the credit's not.
So,
Okay.
yes,
I mean, the credit does not go through. Okay.
correct.
Okay.
All right, right, Ross? Did we do that right?
Start again.
If you make a motion
Yeah,
and second it, and the vote, and it fails,
right.
then it fails. We don't have to do another motion in the
Yeah, motion
opposite.
fails.
To make her pay, she has to pay.
If it fails, she does not get her waiver.
Right, you're not giving, you voted not to give her a waiver.
Correct.
Correct.
And so she has to
We
pay.
voted to give her a waiver and it failed.
Yeah.
No, a motion was made.
A motion,
A motion was made to give her a waiver,
it failed.
failed, so.
So she doesn't get her waiver.
She doesn't get a waiver.
Correct,
She
okay.
just pays.
Okay,
Correct.
so we don't need a second.
Just,
You're good.
just wanted to double check that we did that right.
You were quizzing me so hard, yeah.
All right. The next one, reference 2826, this was another customer requesting a credit, but in further conversation, the customer was confused. So there is no decision to be made on this one. She's fine with the bill.
All right.
To be clear, she's paid the bill as is.
Yes, thank you.
Just
Yes,
didn't want that. Yeah.
thank you, yes, yes. Phew. All right.
Now on to the hard stuff.
Yeah. Reference 29.26 and 30.26, quote from Evaqua and quote from US Blue Book for purchase of membranes. Kenny, do you want to go to the podium? Oh.
I hurt my back.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know that. Okay.
Quote for the membranes. As you guys know, we had membrane diffusers ordered. We bought them in. They were the wrong ones. They are boxed up and going to be sent back. They were supposed to get picked up today. Did they get picked up? So they went back to USA Blue Book. So to do the job, what we're going to do is take the old diffuser membranes off the PVC pipe and slide the new ones on with clamps, which involves, it would have to get clamps and the tool to do it. I think you probably got priced on everything for that.
Okay, but maybe I'm a little confused. But we can't do that until the tank is empty again, correct?
Yes. Yep.
So wouldn't it be better to wait to order these? Because that tank's not getting emptied for a while, right? Or are we planning on emptying it soon?
I would think we should have that tank probably empty within 2 months.
Yeah, so I would say we can wait on the order until.
So approve the purchase, but don't order it
Order
yet?
them.
Correct.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry, for a layman person, membranes are plastic or rubber?
They're going to be rubber.
And we don't have to worry about them drying out or anything like that, or, okay, all right. Just wanted to double check.
Should be good to go once we,
All right, so we're just going to approve, or,
Did we get anything in writing from USA Blue Book that they're gonna refund us for those?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yes, it went back, I mean, that's part of the whole thing is, it's a refund, yes.
did we get it in writing, though?
They never give us anything in writing, they just, anytime we send it back, it's just part of it goes back, they give you credit because they received it back, and then, once we place the order for the new ones, you'll get billed for the new ones. So, we will get a reimbursement.
So looking at the quotes between Avaqua and USA Blue Book, there's quite a price difference.
Yes.
USA Blue Book being substantially cheaper.
And they're not charging you a processing fee. Where Avaqua, you get hit not only with a higher cost because they are the manufacturer of it, but also on top of that, they started a new policy that anything under a certain dollar value gets hit with a processing fee.
Yeah.
So they
I
are,
think it was like $700 or something.
They're
$1,200.
free?
A minimum order of $1,200 is required.
So
Otherwise, they charge.
they are the manufacturer of this part, and you have a third-party person selling it for a lot cheaper than the person that manufactured it.
Because they're buying it in bulk and they're buying, you know, they're
Oh, and then
wholesale.
passing on the savings. Wow. All right, well, I think that makes it easier on,
And the fact we're dealing with USA Blue Book to
So
return
then
the
we're
other
gonna-
product anyway.
right.
And there are also those other, the sludge retention valves that we were speaking of. I believe I gave Christine quotes for those, but again, that's something we don't have to worry about ordering.
Is that a different invoice?
That's not
That's not
on
That's
the
not part of what we're
agenda.
doing.
Don't
Right, right.
confuse everybody
But I'm
now.
just saying that will become, that's all.
Okay.
When did the other quote come in?
It was a while ago. I'll go into my computer tomorrow and send it to you.
Are those other parts that's required for this project?
Yes,
Well,
yep.
are they part of this, or are they just part of the tank?
It's part of the tank,
Yeah.
not the diffusers.
It's the springy
These are-
things that we
right.
talked about, right?
Correct.
That are at the top of the tank.
Yes.
These are at the bottom of the tank.
I said spring.
Correct, but it's all part of the.
Correct.
We didn't see that until we had the tank down.
Correct.
I was able to get
I
the
just was
ladder-
trying to make sure I had it straight in my head.
Until we got the ladder from the fire department, so we could get down to see the springy things were bad.
The springy things were on the top, not the bottom.
Yes, but we
Yeah.
had to go down in the tank to see the
Oh,
springy
okay,
things.
all right.
All right, so, this is something that we can make a motion on tonight, and you'll purchase it when we get closer to the time?
For the order of those, okay, well, I mean, if you approve it, we won't order them until we talk to Lori and let her know that tank's empty, we're ready to order more.
Yeah, we're not ordering them now.
Okay,
But we can approve the purchase.
So we're ready to go when it's time.
okay.
Anybody have any other questions regarding this?
Just a question, to send them back, do we have to pay the freight back?
No,
They take it back?
they're
Really?
We got, bill of late.
Because I see the other one charges $700.
And no
free.
restocking fee
Wow.
either.
Right.
That's a good
Because they
company.
weren't a special order item, it's something they had in stock. If it was a special
Right, that
order,
wouldn't be stuck.
then
Wow, that's great.
And we order a lot,
Yeah,
or have been. So,
wow, that's great.
any other questions?
I'd like to make a motion then to order the USA Blue Book for $3,776.60.
no second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Arthur, which is seconded.
John.
John said.
Okay. All right, reference 3126, just to give everybody a little bit of an overview. As you know, we were phasing Labella as our engineer, we were phasing Labella out, and we were phasing Cedarwood in. We had to finish up some things that Labella was working on. There was things that were quite a bit of money. As you can see, the total that they felt we owed, that were outstanding, was $35,500. I had multiple conversations with them that, you know, we were dissatisfied with a lot of stuff, and we were trying to not pay that $35,500, and we went round and round and finally compromised on a split. So this settles everything out. From Labella, we will no longer have anything,
No other projects?
no other projects with Labella for the sewer commission. And I have insisted on receiving the, all the design work that was done on the septic receiving station, anything that they've worked on that we have paid for, including this compromise, or whatever you want to call it, and they will be furnishing all of that to us. In fact, I think they already
They've
did.
agreed to it then.
Yes.
Okay, good. And that's also for the trunk line?
Yes,
and
that
drawing,
grant, you remember, Dan Stone had said we didn't have to pay unless we got the funding, but there was a lot of engineering report and grant writing and all that, and so there was quite a bit, and this was the best that I could accomplish, was to
Well,
get down to the 17.
You did very, thank you. That's-
It was
I know what. it
an
is, a
ongoing
task.
battle,
And the
so
fact we're actually gonna have a progress.
Yeah.
At least whatever work they've done.
whatever they've done, we're gonna have,
As
yes,
a
bless
touching
you.
point moving forward, so.
So this is to finalize everything, still working on the village side of things, but this finalizes everything for the sewer commission, so.
So we're looking for a motion then for the
Correct,
17.5?
to approve that payment, yes.
Or 17.7? Is it 17.7 or 17.5?
$17,750.
No.
Yeah, 17% split, yeah.
750, you said?
Oh, where are you reading it?
On the
Oh,
agenda.
Oh, I'm reading on the actual
Oh, yeah,
Labella
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I see.
She flipped numbers.
Nothing wrong with
She
that.
was trying to save 200. Way to go, Christine. Way to stay on top of it. So I'll make a motion then to pay the outstanding balance for the trunk line and the receiving station to Labella for $17,750.
Okay.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Okay. Brian, do you want to give us some overview on current projects or proposed projects?
Sure. The EPG, the Engineering Planning Grant, for the 2026 round, it's a little later this year. And I don't know if I know we talked about it, I think last time, but I don't think we had a date set. The reports are due June, or sorry, the reports, the funding application is due June 12th. So it's a relatively low lift application to apply for. But I know we were kind of talking about, you know, do we pursue one to do a, you know, formal collection system study to really pinpoint where the problems are and, you know, go out, you know, use the report as a basis for, you know, to get actual, you know, capital grants to actually do something about it instead of just, you know, doing a report every year that goes nowhere.
Right.
So there's that, or do we prioritize, you know, we can apply for both, but do we prioritize that, or do we prioritize trying to get some money for the plant to address these, you know, kind of age-related issues, and, you know, along with the MTC and other issues, you know, kind of electrical or mechanical issues we're having down there. So, we can make the plant one priority one. I forget what I say during the Monday morning meeting versus what I tell the whole group here. I did have success with another municipality, kind of doing a similar thing that you guys need for your plant. The plant wasn't super old, it was about 10, 12 years old, but there was, you know, just pump station controls aging out, some pump issues, kind of electrical, mechanical issues. And surprisingly, we got EPG to do a study, and then we got a capital WQIP grant to address those issues. So we did get considerable funding for it. So it was it's not my decision, it's yours. I prioritize the plant as number one, because we're gonna have rural water come out anyway. We can kind of identify, and we may get both EPGs, right? We label one, you know, prioritize the plant at first, the collection system at second. We may get EPGs for both things that are set anyways, or if not, you reapply the following year. But I don't mean, I know you guys, you know, sound like a broken record stressing this over and over again. There's some things about that plant, you know, it's getting a little scary. We lose, you know, we're probably one crappy wire from blowing out an MCC. There's just a bunch. Another thing, you know, the smaller issue, we lost a card in the PLC for the belt filter press. We can run it manually, but it's you know, very labor intensive. You know, if we lose a card like that, one of those main PLCs that control the SBRs, it's just, we're going to be in a world of hurt. So we have to get serious about, you know, getting something to get this plant, you know, get this plant back up in the tip-top shape.
So Brian, when you're saying to prioritize, but you're saying we can apply for both, so, you know,
Yeah.
can we apply for both, and do you have to prioritize one over the other when you're applying for both, or does applying for both kind of make you kind of lukewarm to them rather than highlighting one?
No, I don't think so, because you go, and they change it just a little bit every year, but it's been consistent every year. They ask, you know, because there's a lot of large municipalities that have multiple projects they're going after, right? So there's a, you know, just a spot where you say, look, you know, are you applying for other, you know, EPGs? If you're going to apply for collection, you say yes. There's a drop-down menu. It's like, you know, prioritize this one, right? So you can list them. And I've never had that hurt me in the past.
Okay.
I don't think there was one where I got both, you know, collection and a plant study in the same year. I never had it like, oh, they throw it out. You know, they may award you. They typically just award the higher priority one, you know, with a smaller municipality.
All right, so, I mean,
but it's your, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
for me, we kind of really basically know where our I&I issue is. We also, just to let the rest of the commission know, we are reaching out to DEC. Brian sent a letter trying to get out from under the annual I&I report, because it's just an expense and an exercise that we already know the answer to.
Right.
So we're trying to get relieved of that requirement because we know where it's coming from. We also have rural, as Brian said, we have rural water coming out the end of this month. The only problem with rural water, we do plan on working within the I&I area. But the problem with rural water is they normally cannot go on private property. We know that most of our I&I issues are coming from private property. So the plan is that I would be sending a letter to the private property person and asking if they would allow us to bring rural water on. We think that if the private landowner allows it, that maybe then they would be willing to go on because it would be a benefit to them to have their pipes cameraed, and it's benefit to us to have them cameraed. So we're hoping we can work that out. So that's what we're planning on trying to do. So to me, getting some upgrades at the wastewater treatment plant, to me, is the priority. Yes, we have to address this I&I. It's causing problems at the plant. I guess we could use planning grant funds to address some of it, but when the majority of it, and I don't know. So let me ask you this, Brian, for an EPG grant, it's not, a private landowner would not be eligible, I'm assuming, and then if we were successful in getting it, are we allowed to use any of that money on private property? But it would only be a planning grant, it wouldn't be actually implementation.
That's a plan, yeah. So you'd be able to set up meters, you know, on the private property, you know, to help quantify or, you know, locate. But yeah, but then it's tough, right? Because you use these EPGs to, you know, get capital grants, right, for capital improvements. Yeah, I think that would be a tough, you know, they're not going to allow you to do, you know, work on the private system, right?
Okay. So that, to me, still makes me feel that the wastewater treatment plant upgrades is the priority, because we know where the INI,
Yeah.
the majority, I
definitely.
should say, the
Yeah.
majority of the INI is coming from. So, if we can apply for both, does the commission want us to apply for both, or would you rather we only apply for one?
Well, I'd like to concentrate more on the plant. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, if we have a
absolutely.
better shot, if we have just apply for the plant as opposed to putting them both out there. Brian, what was your thoughts on applying for both?
You just prioritize the one you feel is a more of an immediate need. And it's just my opinion, the plant, because there's just a lot of mechanical things there that we're having issues
Yeah.
with, and
That MCC being in the wet
yeah,
room
like
is the
that-
biggest
yeah.
one. That's gotta get out of there.
yeah.
So,
I don't see it personally hurting you guys to apply for both, and foolishly, we do these at no charge. We've done so many of them. It's not a huge lift. It's just, I guess, just what you guys want. I don't think it'd hurt you guys to apply for both.
so it won't hurt us to
So
apply for
prioritize.
both, but we put the priority on the wastewater treatment plant. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
At this point, we don't have to make that motion tonight. That's something we would make, or do you need us to make that motion tonight?
It's whatever you guys need. Like I said, there's no, we don't charge for it. There's no cost.
Well,
We
you know
basically
what?
do the whole application.
Let me
So
just
it's up
do-
to you guys if you need to.
Let me just do the motion tonight so that we know that that's the direction, it's done, and then you know what you'll be working on for that June 12th submittal. So I'll make a motion that we apply for both the INI planning grant and the wastewater treatment plant upgrades to the EPG with the priority placed on the wastewater treatment plant upgrades.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I'm sorry, I just have a question while we're on that topic. Nothing to do with the, so rural water, for instance, Route 22, are they allowed to?
yes, we are going to camera the pipe that runs along 22.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And it's not free.
They can
It
go
costs
pretty
us
close to
$300.
private property, but yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
No, I think we can get them pretty close, right?
Yeah.
To private property, but yeah, technically they're not allowed to, yeah.
Correct.
How long do we have them for?
We have them for 2 days. Is it $300 a day? Yeah, it's $300 a day to have them out to do the camera work.
Okay.
Which is, that's a bargain.
Yeah, it's cheap, that's cheap.
I know it's a cost.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. So if we can get permission to get on
Yeah.
private property, that would be great. So we'll see. Okay? Good?
Good.
All right. 85 Charles Coleman, I did get the estimated escrow. I will be sending an email out regarding that to the landowner to start, to collect the escrow and then start thinking about scheduling the work to be done. So, is there anything that you need to add to that, Brian?
For the Hannaford Lori, I'm sorry, you cut out there a little bit.
85 Charles Coleman.
Oh, no, I don't think that's straight up operations. I don't think I need anything on my end for that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. And then for Hannaford's sewer hookup, we had a,
Sorry, can I just interrupt for a second? Because Brian's gonna need to look over whatever plans they submit.
that's true.
And he's gonna wanna charge for that, so we would need a cost for his escrow.
And we didn't already have that? For some reason, I thought we had that. I thought we were just chasing down highway. I could have.
I'll have to look.
Brian,
back,
did you
but I don't-
submit your costs for that hookup for you to be looking at the plans and pipe
For 85
elevation?
Coleman? I don't,
Yeah, it's for the warehouse.
yeah, I thought we would suspect that the connection on site, there's an engineering claim, and I'm sorry if I'm confused on this.
Well, it's their plan on where they're bringing the pipes out from their
The elevation.
building, the elevation, the pitch, the whatever. So there's no
Yeah, 'cause
cost?
I had the stuff here, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my emails quick here, well, I guess it's back in December, no matter what, I can't remember. Yeah, I got the parts and the quote. Yeah, I mean, if they, let me backtrack here. If somebody need to physically be there, an engineer to be there to verify, separation distances and stuff like that. I thought it was just more of a general hookup, and if that's the case, no, we don't need to be involved. But if there is an engineering inspection required, I'll
All right.
just send you something for,
Why don't we circle on that tomorrow and determine whether there's going to be a cost? Because before I send the escrow estimate, I need to make sure that we've captured every cost imaginable. So I should clarify that I have village highway estimate for escrow. I want to make sure that I have everything I need from Cedarwood for that.
yeah, I didn't send a proposal or anything or an estimate, it looks like, just checking quick here, so. Yeah, I thought it was relatively straightforward, but maybe I'm missing something. We can catch up on that.
Let's catch up on that tomorrow, all right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you. Hannaford, so we had a meeting with Hannaford's a week ago? It was a Friday. Yeah. Recently, we had a meeting with Hannaford's. Brian and I joined the town and two Hannaford's representatives to discuss. Basically, Hannaford's wants to build a superstore, and they were waiting for District 4 sewer to go down Route 22. That is somewhat delayed, I believe, and taking a slow path, I should say, maybe. And Hannaford's wants a faster path, so they're knocking on our door about hooking up sooner rather than later, using the avenue of connecting to the Castagna pump station. So we discussed how that would work or not work. It was kind of more of an overview in a way. We don't have any great details. But as you know, Brian, with ASPCA, there was a lot of back and forth, reviewing of plans and all of that. So if Hannaford's, and as you know, I kind of spoke out at the meeting and said that all correspondence from Hannaford's for sewer needs to come through the commission, meaning basically our office here, until we have an escrow set up. So I haven't heard anything from Hannaford's. Brian, have you heard anything from Hannaford's directly?
I haven't, no, since that call 2 Fridays ago, I haven't heard anything, no.
2 Fridays ago. Okay. So should we, I think we're premature in setting up an escrow right now, because I think until they come back at us wanting to do something, or should we try to set up an escrow now?
I mean, the commission already spent $10,000 to Labella out of our pockets. They paid nothing. We
That's
paid
true.
another $1,200 in attorney fees for them. So we're 11,000 into them for nothing.
For Hannaford's.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was going back when Dan Stone was
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no, I think.
So I don't know why escrow wasn't set up back then.
I think we should have it set up, because obviously, if they're gonna approach again, it's gonna be more conversations with Brian than us for the logistics of it.
I have a legal question where you probably can't answer tonight, but if you can think about it and get back to me. So as Christine has pointed out, we've already spent, I believe, $12,000, because you said 10 and then 2? Or 12, okay, I'm sorry. 11,200 previously, but this is going back a few years ago. In our discussions with Hannaford's, if they're now willing to come back to the table and we're gonna set up an escrow, are we able to recoup that money that we spent, even though it was a few years ago, it was for the same project. So that would be something that I would like to know legally, if we can have that put into that escrow. So,
We will look into it.
okay, thank you, Ross.
And just, we have wound up with 40,000 in escrow from ASPCA. They're gonna get back about 3,500 of the 40.
Okay, because that's where
So
I was
that's-
also wondering, where on earth did we
Yeah.
start with an escrow here?
Yeah, they started with 20 and then they gave us an additional 20.
And how much was returned?
We're gonna be returning about
So,
3,500 of
They're
that.
spent
Yeah.
$37,000 ASPCA. So we know Hannaford's is probably going to be more than that, because Hannaford's is going to be a force main, and I think it's going to be a little bit trickier than ASPCA. So I don't know what we want to consider as a starting point.
Yeah, I think it's important that we get escrow from, you know, any of these quote companies that are kind of coming to us. You know, Brian's not free, it comes out of my pocket. You know, I'm glad Brian was in on the phone call, but, you know, the commission's paying for that. That's, you know,
Right.
so, moving forward.
So do we set a high escrow?
We could start at 20 and then,
Oh.
you know, if we start to find ourselves getting short, then.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say start at 30, because I think there's gonna be a bigger,
It's probably going to cost more.
I think 20 is good to start, and
okay?
we'll see how far that goes. It might not,
Yeah.
might not happen.
That's all.
Right, they
Yeah,
might
they
not
might-
even come back to us
They might
at
not.
this point. So if we vote and say the starting escrow for them, should they now come back to us, that would be the first thing that will be explained to them, is before we can entertain
Right,
any kind
entertain
of
talk,
further
yeah.
conversations, we have to set up this escrow account. Then Christine has the facts to work with to set that account up. All right, so I'll make a motion to set up escrow for Hannaford's at $20,000.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to that, hopefully it works out.
I know.
Yeah.
I
We're not
understand.
trying to kibosh anything, but,
I understand they not wanting to put money into the store currently because they
Yeah.
want the new store. So it's unfortunate that, you know,
yeah.
how many times was their refrigeration and freezer broken last year? So, all right. Attorney report, is there anything, Ross?
No, nothing to report.
Do you have an
Okay.
answer on that question for the?
Yeah, did you figure that out already?
Right.
Nice, Jared.
Yeah, I've had ChatGPT working on it all.
All right, Brian, engineers report?
I think I kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about with the other things. Just
Okay.
one final thing on my end is the, oh, can you guys hear me or?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were, okay. Yeah, no, just one final thing on my end is now that hopefully the weather's breaking, I would like to schedule, maybe before next month's commission meeting, come down, at 5:30 or something. We'll do a little tour of the plant, just show everybody everything down there. Just to show there's a lot of parts and pieces and, the needs and the wants. And I just think it'd be very,
Yes.
a very valuable time for everybody to see what actually goes on down there.
That sounds good to me.
All right, so I don't know, at 5:30 when
Is that
you can
enough
set up,
time?
have a pizza party in the press room or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think.
Yeah, not in the
after an hour,
press
we'll have
room.
Enough of that, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or if you guys want to do 5, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
I know people are
All right.
working, so I just.
We'll figure it out.
I'm sorry, do we have a date on that or no?
He said for our next
Oh.
sewer meeting.
Oh, okay.
So our May meeting, yes. So our May meeting, kind of like we came in,
Yep.
we'll just come in early or go to the plant early before the meeting. So, all right. Anything else, Brian? Or is that it?
No, that's all I have on my.
Okay.
for now.
All right, Rich, to the podium. So we can go through the operator's report.
It was a crazy month. We couldn't put everything in our monthly report for you. So what Kenny did was we copied our logbook for the month. And I don't know, I think we sent you a copy over.
Yeah, I got a copy, but it's like 20, 30 pages.
Almost 60 pages.
60 pages, I didn't print
60,
it.
okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is the month, our logbook.
Okay.
Of the challenges that we had. We did 13 million gallons. We had rain, 5.5 inches, with roughly snow melt, probably 15 to 18 inches to start with. So with the snow melt, the first 0.8 inches of rain, that water got down into the ground and it raised havoc at the plant. During this whole time, on the 13th, on the 10th, we had DEC come in for their inspection when all this was happening. And they were quite impressed with how the plant was handling it and how we were adjusting the process to move that water. We did have one exceedance on our monthly samples for BOD. So we just have to write a non-compliance for that, but all our other samples passed.
Where's this?
This would be under permit lab results.
Oh, on the front. I was already in deep there. All right.
The limit is a 5, and we had a 6.7 on BOD.
Oh. Okay.
So in February's, we did 6 million gallons, and then in, March, we did 13 million. So you could see the difference of how much water came in, that we were basically processing water. We weren't processing sewer.
So going back to the BOD, is there a reason why we exceeded
The high flow is
the
coming in.
high flows?
Yes.
Okay.
And the other thing is the accuracy of that test is plus or minus 40%. So we did ask for them to rerun the sample, but they said that they didn't have any of the sample left, they threw it out, so.
Okay.
So just a quick, on the 13th at Croton River, we had an alarm for high level. It ended up being both check valves in the pit were plugged. We back flushed them and we've been fine. We installed on SBR3 the Gould's pump that was purchased. That's installed the waste pump. We cleaned disc filter number 2.
Where are you?
I'm reading. We didn't go crazy with putting things down in the report because there was so much.
Okay.
So I'm just highlighting some of the stuff that we did do.
So it's not showing here, so I'm trying to follow along, but it's not here, is that what you're saying?
Well, we could do it this way.
No, I was trying to follow along, but I couldn't find where you were. If it's not here, then I'm not
Actually,
gonna.
the Croton one is there, it's on the 13th.
13, okay. Right, that I followed. Then he moved into putting a pump in, and I was looking for where that was. That was just a highlight.
That was just one of the highlights that we did. And again, I highlighted like on the 11th, our influent flow was 400,000, 840. The village flow was 300,000. The flow on Route 22 corridor ended up being 183,000. So you could see the correlation that we're getting higher flow from the Route 22 corridor coming into the plant.
Question, I'm sorry.
Yes.
So, no, I'm looking at the flows and I just want to understand this. So we have a permit that allows us up to 750 gallons per day, correct?
Yes.
And so when we getting like, you know.
Above
these-
that.
But we're not getting above that. We did on one ton, on this 316. I'm just asking, my question, is it a problem because it's coming in so quickly, or is it because it's that number?
It's coming in so quickly
Yeah.
and lasting very long. Like, right now, we're still 100,000 gallons over what we should be at this time.
What our normal number
What our
is,
normal
which is-
number would be.
Our normal number is around the high 200s or mid 200s?
Low 200s.
Yeah, and I thought that
You
was
know-
one of our problems, that we don't have enough stuff in our tanks to,
This one was a very long lingering melt, and that's how I'm going to put it, with the water coming into the plant. It's lasted quite a while.
Right, but to Christine's point, the plant is designed for 750,000 gallons per something day.
Per day.
And we're still well within that number at the
So-
400s.
You got to remember too is we were only running 2 SBRs. We didn't have 3 online.
So you only can handle 750 when you have 3?
When you have 3, and when you're at full capacity.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you have the water coming in, and we're going to say it's 700 gallons a minute for a length of time, and then it'll drop off. The plant produces water, as in when we press, the press water goes to the area holding tank. That water gets sent up to the top of the plant again to go back through. That is adding to the flow going into the SBRs.
So showing us the flow number is not
Well,
showing the full picture.
The aerated holding tank water has already been accounted for, so that you're not going to see on the flow meter, because that's already came through the plant.
Right, that's all
Okay.
recycled water. That's where, when we do the walkthrough, you'll see the choke points that actually happen when you get flows like that. Our filters pick up, and part of it was because we had the settling issue where we had sludge in the host tank. So with that extra flow coming through, our filters were backwashing constantly, sending water back to the aerated holding tanks. That was getting pumped back up to go back into the head of the plant to be retreated. So you had the 500 or 700 gallons a minute coming in from influent, and then the water being pumped back up for recycle is probably another 100 to 200 gallons a minute because of the amount of backwashing the filters were doing. So you're not seeing the recycle portion of it, and there's no flow meters on that recycle line. So we don't know exactly how much, but it's hundreds of gallons a minute being recycled with the pump that's there. So that's where the issue comes in. You get bottlenecked. And when you come and tour the plant, you'll see that much better.
Okay.
And
Understand it.
yeah, and the plant runs off a computer, so the computer has to figure out how much water's coming in, the tank level's going up, and you're still getting these higher flows coming in, so the plant has to adjust itself. So if one tank is at 18, 19 feet, it goes into a different mode that would let water go out of the plant instead of overflowing the tanks. And I think I kind of explained that to you when you came down when we had
Yes.
had the problem. But the computer makes adjustments, and we have to be there to make other adjustments. So it was quite challenging, as in, we didn't go to bypass. Everything went through the plant the way it should have went through the
Right, we
plant.
didn't have a release that we shouldn't have had.
Right.
Correct.
Well, I thank you for that. So we weren't in violation.
You know, we had, like on the 17th, we had our influent flow was 800,000, we're gonna say. The village flow at the main pump station was 400,000, and then the Route 22 corridor was 400,000. You don't see them, I wrote all this stuff down.
Again, I'm like, what the hell number is he
No,
talking about?
I
see
wrote all this
500.
down, but it's all in that big book. All that information of how long we were there, the overtime that was put in, the people that worked it, the flows, the amount of rain, everything is in that book, so you can look at that and see exactly what we did.
And this is maintained for how long? These
That's
waters?
1 month.
These are what I went through, that I said I spent evenings at home going through this and writing down each day who worked.
Yeah.
It was the logbook that I
That-
spent time with.
And normally, a logbook will last us
It's a composite
3
one.
to 4 months.
Yeah.
We used up 2/3 of a logbook for 1 month.
Right, but do you maintain these for years? I mean,
Oh, yeah, there's
7 years.
all the books, all the books are there, even I believe from the previous company, they're still there. And we will maintain.
They're currently in her
Once we
office.
fill it out, it goes into a drawer and it stays there.
Yeah.
And I did highlight in the beginning portion, our highest instantaneous flow for the month was 2,882 gallons. It's on page 1,
Oh,
in the red.
well, we don't have any color.
Oh, okay, all right, on the first page. And which I extrapolated out that if that had continued for 24 hours, that would have been 4 million gallons in a day. So you can just imagine that rush of flow coming in will fill a tank very quickly and throw everything out of whack.
And you seen the text today about our spike.
Yes, I asked
And
Brian about
it
that.
comes out of nowhere. We can get up to 1,800 gallons a minute, and then 20 minutes later, be back down to normal.
that happened
And-
today?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
during the day, and
Yeah.
Kenny and I drove around and we checked pump stations, we pulled manholes, we took pictures of the Route 22 corridor, and it's
Nothing.
really crazy how this just spikes up and then disappears. And it's not like somebody was dumping anything from a septic truck or anything like that. It's clear water coming in, and we can't figure out where it's coming from.
And yet, when you say you don't know where it's coming from, do you have an idea? Is it coming from north, south?
We have ideas,
Okay, all right.
and again, they have to be, you have the main pump station with all the village flows coming down, so we monitor that. And then we have the headworks flow meter that we monitor everything together. So we kind of got to look at the numbers and make a good guess on where it's coming from. I did, during the last big rain event at, I think, 12 o'clock at night, I went down to the rubber company just to find out if they were flushing any tanks, or did they have sub pumps running, or things like that, and they weren't doing anything out of the ordinary. And
But a homeowner's, just for fun, a homeowner's sump pump is not gonna cause a spike like that.
No.
Okay, just
Not
be
this-
clear, this is a big spike. So it's not gonna be a homeowner, it's not gonna be 5 homeowners that their sump pumps all of a sudden kicked on and kicked out.
I think that's where this still the 100,000 gallons over, 150,000 over is
Correct.
coming from, is just so much water in the ground, people are pumping their basements, they have sump pumps tied in, and,
because
and it is slowly coming down, but not quick enough for us.
well, even with the water break,
But today's spike would not be reflecting
No,
that.
no.
So this is,
It's
that's
something
why I wanna
different.
make sure that
Yes.
people understand this is not
Right.
a bunch of
That's
sump
right.
pumps kicking on all at the same time. It's something different.
What's regular rate? you said spike to 1,800 gallons a minute, what was?
Normally, in the morning, we'll run maybe 285, 250 gallons a minute coming in. And at night, I've been out here seeing it down to 85 gallons a minute.
Okay.
So this is a big spike.
Yeah.
It's a very
It's not
odd,
even double, it's a lot.
well, we have
Well,
lots.
Does it happen?
Excuse me?
How often does it happen?
Well, it's happened 4 times, but in different days. Like today, today I just caught it because I was looking at tank levels and I watched one going up quicker, and that's when I seen it. So, but so far, this week, just this time, I think in the last 2 weeks, this is the first time in 2 weeks that we got that spike.
The computer system keeps a trend of the flows coming in, so we can go back and look, and we hadn't had a spike, like you said.
Like it's about 2 weeks.
So,
Okay. Anybody have any questions regarding the report?
That spike would then more than likely show up in someone's next meter reading, would it not? Or like, it's gotta be getting measured
It's
somehow.
not from our system.
Unless
if
it's
not
coming
from
from
the water,
us,
you
so-
won't see it.
If it's storm water, it's not going through our meter.
Well, why would we, stormwater?
Yes, that's what a lot of our I&I is.
Hypothetically speaking, if you had a big, huge building with a big basement and that filled up with groundwater and the sub pump came on and pumped it out, that would be a spike.
Someone letting their pool all of a sudden go.
There you go.
But that would have to be a massive pump.
Yes.
Okay, okay, now it's a homeowner or something.
That's why it's a little baffling.
It's a little baffling because we haven't had rain.
Yeah, that's what's baffling us,
And, you know, so some of our other thoughts of where our I&I is coming from, it's rainwater, and we haven't had rain, so now why
The
would we
spike
get a
is
spike
very-
today?
Right.
So
To me,
it's,
that's a concern that
Right.
happened today,
well,
that we haven't had in a while.
Hey, guys, can I just ask one thing? I'm sorry.
don't be sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry. We're sure that, like, the valves, the influent valves aren't hanging or delaying or something, and we're getting, like, artificial backwater in that influent channel?
That's the exact question I asked Rich today, and the
Wait a minute.
valve was open for influent going into either 1 or 3, and the opposite tank was actually in a decant.
Can you hear him, Brian?
I heard the valves are open, or basically the valve was open, or a valve was
From
open.
that chair,
Yeah,
that's why.
everything was functioning normally, Brian, as in SBR3 was in decant with that valve open, and SBR1 was in fill, and the influent valve was open on that. They weren't in between cycles.
Okay, all right. Because that's, just for the commission, you know, those valves that go into every SBR, you know, they're electronic, right? They have actuators on them. So that's another, you know, critical asset of the plant, that those all have to function, or you would, you know, you'll back up quick if they get hung up. So, but if Rich checked it, I believe him, so.
Yeah, it all checked out. We've checked that a couple times, a matter of fact.
Okay.
Okay,
To be continued.
yes. Any questions, any other questions? All right, thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Okay. Any commissioner have anything to bring up or discuss or anything?
Nothing doing sewer.
And no visitors, so we don't have any visitor comment. So I guess what's left is a motion to adjourn.
So moved. I'll use this.
So moved. Do we have a second? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night,
Good
everybody.
night, Brian. Thank you.